Let's make my Simpatico quilt pattern, which only uses a layer cake. Now for the fabrics, I am using Gail Lorraine from Art Gallery Fabrics, which I will have that link down below in the description for you to purchase from a quilt store that I trust and also personally shop at. Now with your layer cake 10-inch squares, you're going to cut one 5-inch by 10-inch rectangle and four 2.5-inch by 5-inch rectangles, and that's it. Now, Simpatico is available in 5 quilt sizes: baby, throw, twin, queen, and king. And I will have that free PDF pattern linked down below in the video's description. Now, once you have everything cut, you will then select four 2.5-inch by 5-inch rectangles in 2 different prints and sew them together with a 1/4-inch seam allowance to create a stripy looking block. Then once your stripe is completed, you will then sew a 5-inch by 10-inch rectangle to the left side. Now do note that it will be longer than needed, but once you sew it together with a 1/4-inch seam allowance, you will then trim off the excess, which will then leave you with a 9.5-inch by 8.5-inch rectangle. And that's it. You'll just repeat this until you have enough for the quilt size that you are making. And this pattern is pretty simple and very easy to whip up together. And then now that all of your blocks are finished, it's time to lay your quilt out. So you're going to first start with the stripy block to the left side, and for each row you'll just rotate the blocks 180 degrees. That way it will alternate basically the stripy block pattern. And as always, you are just going to sew your blocks together to form rows, and then lastly sew the rows together to complete your quilt top. And here's what my quilt top looks like all finished. And as for the backing, I am using Wildflower Whispers from the same collection. And then for the thread choices, I'm going to use Glide Thread in Seafoam Green, which is absolutely one of my favorite mint greens that they have. I do go through this all the time. But here it is, my Simpatico quilt pattern all quilted out. Now I do hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. If you could please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified for your next amazing quilt project.